this time at the Cook's Feed Shop, I'm doing another fluid film video. I'm going to fluid film this brand new 2020 Ford F150. I'm using two products. I'm using fluid film, and I'm going to use Woolwax, and this is tinted black. I'm going to use this on the rear end and some other parts that are bare metal and have turned rusty that are going to be visible. But the majority of it's going to be this fluid film. Let's go ahead and open the product, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll get the gun out and start shooting this F-150. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. So let's bust these open here. These products are made out of Lanolin, which is sheep wool. It's the wax that comes off of there. They refine it down. They make a wax-based product. It comes in clear, which is this butterscotchy color. Here's the fluid film here, and it's got an odor to it that the only way to describe it is you got to smell it to describe it. But it's like a waxy, like a warm candle-y smell, I guess. So we got the fluid film in the clear here, and then the Woolwax. I bought this tinted black. You can also get Woolwax in clear as well. This I think is made in California, and this I think is made in Massachusetts. But you can see here they make the product, but they tint it black. So I'm going to use this, like I said, on the rear end and stuff that's visible that's got surface rust on it now. It's not. This truck's not heavily rusted because it's brand new. It's got like 3,000 miles on it. But the rear end comes from the factory in bare metal, and there's a little bit of orange rust on it, so I'm going to tint it black so it just looks better from driving back behind. So we're going to do that last because we'll get the gun and everything all black. I'm going to use a body hammer the wrong way and use it to close this back up for now. But here we go. We got the Woolwax. Now this stuff's not going to hurt you. It's just wax, so I don't need any gloves or anything. Let me get my dipping stick, or some kind of dipping stick here. Just go ahead and mix this up a little bit. I've had it out in the sun. You want to spray this stuff when it's warmer out. It's like an 80-degree day today, so it's nice and liquidy here. It's viscous, but it'll flow good in the gun. So I'm just gonna get her all mixed up good here. See, it runs right off there. It's like snot. Great, somebody blows your nose and you want to keep it. It's a line from Ghostbusters. So, bam, got that. So how we're going to apply this with this air gun here. I bought this from Woolwax. It uses compressed air and siphons out of a jug. I've got a 1-quart jug. It's got some fluid film in it already. But I simply take a funnel and I pour this down into here. I'm going to dig out my fluid film funnel. Here it is. Aha. If you're doing this when it's cooler weather out, you can warm it up with like a heat gun or whatever to get the flow a little bit nicer. For PPE, I put on a set of safety glasses I wear, and then I do it outside. It does make a mist when the compressed air blows. You get a mist of lanolin in the air. I usually wear a respirator when I do it. Just for the beginning shots outside, I'm just going to do it without the respirator so I can talk on the camera, but when I actually spray the truck, I'll be wearing a respirator the whole time. Alright, so I take my compressed air here. I got it up to about 80 psi and put it in the gun here, and I'm just going to get up close to the camera and fog it. I go ahead and hit this if you can see it. I think so. See it coming out of there in the mist. Don't get it on the camera. Okay. So what I do is I come over here and I just start, I do everything. I do under the hood, I do under the truck, any metal surface. I just come over here and give her a blast. Get under here. Now you want to cover up the windshield. I put a rag on the windshield just because you get the stuff on your glass. It's a pain to clean off. But the Woolwax can be sprayed on any type of mechanical component that's not like the serpentine belt, but like any of the control arms and all that, and electrical components. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the battery connections. It's not going to hurt sensors. and what it does is repels moisture off this. So up here, we're in New York State and there's a lot of salt, so the salt water will run off this. I've done a video, I did a 4-year comparison test on 2 Chevy trucks, and you can see what the difference it makes here. But I'm going to spray it on like the hose clamps here on the radiator. There's a lot of these new cars got plastic, but the metal things like the hood prop, the hood latch here, I'm going to spray that down real good. I'm going to go off, even though this truck's aluminum, I'm going to hit all up inside the hood and hit all the mechanical components, all the hinges here, back in here. Try not to get it on the plastic outside the truck, but if you get it on the outside, you can just wipe it off with a rag, not a big deal. I like using the wand attachment for everything because I can get it inside small holes, and I also can control where the flow goes by taking the wand and controlling it. So I've got the truck up in the air. When I set it down, I'll get the rest under the hood here. So let's go look underneath the truck. Okay, I'm under the truck here. I can see the front frame rails here. It's got the factory black paint on it from Ford. Let me see if I can move this light over here. What I do with the gun here is I come and I spray inside the frame like this. Stick this down as far as I can go, and I get all the frame holes, and then on the outside of the frame you'll see you want to put a good heavy coating on. This goes on yellow, but it'll kind of like clear out after a while. Now on the wheel wells here, I try to get the backing plates. You don't want to get on the brake rotors, but I give it a little shot here on the backing plates, the back of the steering knuckle, the half shaft. You want to avoid getting on any rubber products like rubber brake lines and boots. It might swell the rubber a little bit, so I try to stay off that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray the whole underside of this in the front, and then we'll look at it when I get done. I've got the chassis coated real nice here now. Don't worry about the blotchiness. This stuff will all like creep around and clear out, and it'll picks up dirt and makes a nice black coating once it gets mixed in the dirt. So this is just how it looks when it's applied. But I've coated the frame all the way down really nice, all the way through here, and I've gone and done things like the electrical components on the transfer case, of shifter I've got inside the frame rails, and everything is coated inside on the gas tank skid plate and the drive shaft. Here in the rear frame rail, I'll set up the tripod, but you can see this tubing here in these holes. I got to spray in all these holes and get this real good and coat this inner frame rail. I've got a couple of layers of metal here At this hole I want to get in here good, but I'm going to stick in all these holes and spray it all real nice. And you can see that rusty differential back there. That's what we're going to get with the Woolwax black to black that out. But we're using the Fluid Film clear right now on this frame rail. So I'll just take the wand and I'll stick it inside the frame here and give her a good coating. Like the square. And I want to coat it real heavy. But you can see how heavy that's on the frame. That'll soak in and creep around. But I want to get a lot of laid in area, and you can see how liquid this is, but it'll dry and seep into the edges of this. Right here the door is open. I take any rubber plugs I see out, like these trucks have this plug here for the get out of there, for the rocker panel. And I stick my wand up in here and give her a blast. Ford doesn't have a plug up in the front, so I'm going to do a lot of blasting up towards the front of it. Make sure I get a lot of fluid film up towards the front of the rocker. And I can bring it around here. That's good. Put a plug back in. Then I'm going to hit these fold down automatic rocker or steps. I'm going to hit this because that's a high. These are aluminum, they'll corrode with salt, so I want to have them coated. And then the door, and then the doors here, simply going to go ahead and there's an open slot in the bottom of this. I'm going to just fog in there, put a bunch of material in. It'll creep along the inside of the door, and I'm going to hit the weeps. Put some up in the weeps here. And I like to do the hinges and the bolts and stuff. Like I said, anything you don't want it on, if I put too much on, you can just get a rag and wipe it. It comes right off. You can wipe it right off with a rag, not a big deal. So I've done the rear door. I'll go ahead and do the front door. But so I like to do, I'll also open up the tailgate and I'll spray inside the bottom of the tailgate and get all that, the hinges and all that. Make sure the tailgate's got a lot of fluid film in it. Even though this truck is aluminum and shouldn't rust. Very well. It won't rust, hopefully it won't corrode with salt, but there goes the running board. Come back, we need you again. Alright, the last step I'm going to do is this rear end I'm going to hit with the Woolwax black because it's got some bare cast iron on the front and it's starting to turn colors. I want to shoot it black, so I got a little bit of fluid film left in the gun. I'm going to hit it till it gets black here. You'll see it start to come down the wand. I'm just going to spray over here stuff until... Alright, now see the tube is going black? Aha! I'm just going to black this right out. This is great for if you got a little bit of surface rust on your chassis or whatever. It covers it right up. Bam, there we go. That's how you put fluid film on a vehicle. Got this 2020, it's a King Ranch. It's the big dog F150, and spent about an hour and a half doing it, and now it's all set. The only thing left is I gotta get paid. Where's my money? Where's my money?
It's all right here, Josh.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, make it rain. There we go, player. So we got a satisfied customer here. What do you think, John?
I think it's just another well done job by Quick Speed Shop.
That's what I'm talking about. Cash in the bank, gas in the tank. We're gonna go get a hamburger. We'll see you later. thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hit the bell for alerts. Tell your friends. And we'll see you right back here at the Quick Speed Shop. Building hot rods, messing with fluid film, whatever else is going on here. Getting paid at the Quick Speed Shop.